It was a ritual that we all knew would follow the evening mess, or dinner in military terms. In this particular military institution I spent time in, they would read the general orders for the next day. The retiring officer of the day would read the names of those who would be given responsibilities for the following day. The officer of the day, the musician of the day, who would be the bugler to sound the various calls. Then the orders of the day, particular maneuvers, responsibilities, activities for the entire troop or individuals. In other words, orders were certainly important, and we had to follow them. I welcome you to Nightsounds. My name is Bill Pierce, and I have the honor of emceeing these few moments together at the close of the day. Did you have to follow any orders today? Did you find it worrisome or bothersome, or did you enjoy it? There's a certain kind of freedom in obedience to the right kind of command or authority. In fact, tonight's program is subtitled The Freedom of Obedience. Somebody said, and I don't know where I first saw this, the sentence, "The only liberty we really have is our liberty to choose a master," because we're all mastered by someone or something. In this case, tonight, we're talking about freedom of obedience to God. He said, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments." And the question to me was, as I read those words again, do I really love God? Maybe you can ask yourself the same question. And if we say yes, the next day might turn out to be quite an adventure. Do we really love God more than anything? Group called Treasure opening our program tonight musically. A statement in song. I love you more than anything. I wonder if we've said that to anyone, humanly speaking, lately, a husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, fiancé. What do we love? Whom do we love more than anything? That's quite an order, isn't it? Setting back to 1 John in the New Testament once again, let's check in with chapter 2. The words, "We know that we have come to know him, Christ, if we obey his commands." The person who says, "I know him," but does not do what he commands is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But if anyone obeys his word, God's love is truly made complete in him. This is how we know we are in him. Whoever claims to live in him must walk as Jesus did. Dear friends, I'm not writing a new command, but an old one, which you have had since the beginning. This old command is the message you've heard. Yet I am writing you a new command. Its truth is seen in him and you, because the darkness is passing and the true light is already shining. John goes on to reveal in the book of 1 John that anyone who loves Christ and loves his brother keeps Christ's commands, because his command is to love. We need to do this to stay spiritually and emotionally healthy. Anyone who carries around resentment or hatred or enmity in his or her heart is beginning to deteriorate from within. We can't do this very long and remain spiritually, psychologically, emotionally healthy. To obey, not blind obedience. There do come those moments when we don't seem to have any control whatsoever. We don't know exactly where we're going, but we trust the one who's leading us. My mind goes way, way back to when I was a little boy. I must have been 5 years of age, just going into kindergarten. We had a dark cellar and a stairway that led down to it. I recall I used to enjoy when I'd go down there with my dad. I knew when I was with him, the darkness didn't bother me. The awful places of fear, like the coal bin and those dark corners back there that I'd never been to, or wouldn't venture into by myself. If he were there, no fear. Well, one of these times when we went down together, he preceded me, and then he turned around when I was about 3 steps in back. He could see me, but I couldn't see him too well. He said, "Come on, jump, I'll catch you." And I sort of hesitated and said, "I'm afraid I can't see." He says, "I can see you, come on, jump." Well, I did, and he caught me. Very simple illustration. The only reason I jumped was because I believed what he said, and I obeyed his command to jump. Now that would be foolish if anyone that I didn't know would say this, or anyone whom I suspected was not trustworthy. But when you know the one who gives the command, you have faith. And oftentimes, we take a leap in the dark. Do you recall the old song that I'd like to ask the Brooklyn Tabernacle singers to come up with once again? Where he leads me, I will follow. All the way, jumping into the darkness when you can't see, but you can trust. Let's sing it again, okay? Right now. Where he leads, I will follow. Where he leads, I will follow. the Brooklyn Tabernacle Singers, and a song, Where He Leads Me I Will Follow, and also another selection of obedience, I'll Say Yes. This is Nightsounds. I'm Bill Pierce, speaking out of the darkness in many cases. Very happily with you tonight.